Welcome, boys and girls. I'm Sakuba Winters, and today we're here talking about Live Letter 92 for Final Fantasy XIV. This is the Live Letter Part 2 for patch 7.5. And with the Part 2 Live Letter, they don't reveal anything new in this, as that's mainly for the Part 1, and Part 2 is mainly more in-depth analysis of what they showed off in the Part 1 Live Letter. So, starting off, they show up and they got shirts. He's wearing a baseball shirt. Losing isn't an option. That's what your raid motto should be. At least that's the day one prog. So they do start off just going over the basics of what they did talk about in the Part 1. So here we have the date. Part 1, 7.5 will be April 28th. And the Part 2 will be early September of this year. So we have that. And we have the schedule, which they did show this in the Part 1 live letter. So we'll have 7.5 April 28th. We have 7.51 early June. Which, keep in mind, the Fan Fest will be April 24th or the 25th. So this would be the US Fan Fest. And then, like a week later, we'll have the main patch. And then 7.51 in early June. And we'll have the EU Fan Fest in Germany on July 25th and 26th. And then late July, which, if this is 25-26, we're looking at like, it's got to be a few days later. So probably 30th? Or whatever date that is for like the next Tuesday will be the 7.55. And then early September, 7.56. And then the JP Fan Fest on October 31st and November 1st. And then the trailer is now live, so go to any of these links or just look up 7.5 trailer on your local YouTube site. I think this takes you to the special site, because the special site has the trailer, but it's also on YouTube. So you're watching this on YouTube, so you just search up the trailer. You can find it there. So again, they did go over the basic stuff. They have new main scenario quest, the Dawn Trail Allied Society Capstone quest, inconceivably further Hildebrand adventures, new custom delivery, Diesel Ja. We're going to be helping Auntie T make some tacos. We have new duty support of the Dusk Vigil and Shishui of the Violet Tides. PvP updates. We'll get the new Series 11 will begin. New actions and a new, action adjustments, but it's a main patch, so we're going to get class adjustments across the board most likely, so, or at least we're going to get some for PvP. And a new Crystalline Conflict Arena, that is Archaea Harmonous. We have here, they do go into a bit more in-depth on this, on the PvP map, but right now they're just listing it, so we'll get into that a bit later. We finally found it. We finally found the Clatium. It's going to be in 7.5. And we have Echoes of Vanadil Part 3, Winders the Third Walk. This is the new 24-man raid. And new trial, NUO, Normal and Extreme. Shinryu's Domain will be the Unreal trial. And new Ultimate raid. So they did reveal somewhat of what the theme is going to be in the trailer. So I'll let you watch that if you haven't seen it. Though, whether it decides to go from the the raid tier that it is from, or decides to go a different route. If you know what they revealed, you can probably take a good guess without getting a bit spoilery. Even though most people would like the non-raid bosses to be a part of the new ultimate, but I know it's pessimistic, but the dev teams do know how to disappoint when it's like the most obvious answer and go, nope, 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 nope. You're just getting all the raid bosses in this tier, just like everything else, and not like do something interesting and different. So just don't be surprised if you get disappointed. I know I want it to be good, but you know, it's happened so many times. Okay, they showed off some phantom weapons, which we're gonna get. Have a Cold Crescent Northhorn and new limited job Beastmaster. Got new ocean fishing, new routes for Thavnair, and new cosmic exploration star Oxasia. We have a gold saucer update. They actually showed nothing about this. They were just like, wait for FanFest. So it's probably gonna be like a Final Fantasy, like, it's either gonna be like a collab thing, like Fall Guys, or it's gonna be like Final Fantasy VII, like Part 3, you know, like G-Bike or the snowboarding, a snowboarding minigame or something. We have housing updates, increased placement limits for indoor and outdoor furnishings, which they showed off what those were in the Part 1 live letter, if you want to know how many item slots you have there. New interior fixtures, designs. I'm curious of this because they only showed off one, and that is clearly plural, so this S is doing a lot of heavy lifting here, but usually they only had one, and they only showed off one. So if they have different ones, that's... I mean, hey, it's always nice, but they only showed off one. So, new settings under system configuration menu to adjust the number of characters displayed inside housing. Did they talk about that in part 1? I'm gonna be honest, I don't think so. But you can limit how many people are in there if you have a bunch of people, so... Large number of gear will be storable in the armoire. Die system update, consolidated dies. Dies currently in your possession will no longer be functional. After the patch goes live, they can be exchanged for a new consolidated dies by speaking with the Calamity Salvager guest. So pretty much, it came down to 3 tiers. It was the dies added in Cosmic Exploration were one set. Dies added in the Ishgard Restoration is another set, and everything else that wasn't a Venture Coffer die is a completely third die. So you'll just have 3 different dies to deal with, and then all of the Venture Coffer ones, or the ones you can get off the Mog Station, those stay individual, but everything else will be consolidated into one, you know, small handfuls of dies. They talk about Echoes of Vana'diel Part 3, Windurst the Third Walk. So we have the opening of the raid. We have some more shots of Windurst. I never played Final Fantasy XI, so if there's any importance to any of these areas that is like, oh my god, that's such and such place, I don't know. Sadly, I cannot help you there. But if you played 11, then you know who this is. This is Shantoto. So there was a old event in, I want to say, A Realm Reborn, that had a giant Shantoto, like, fate. But because they put all the items related to that event in the Mog Station, they never reran it. Same with, like, an early Final Fantasy XIII event. So we have the Shantoto, like, arena. It is going to be the first fight, so we pretty much go straight to that arena. There is some looking shops around the area. Market board? Oh, looks like auction house? Auction house up there? Hello. A big tree. I'm guessing we go into the tree after the fight. They showed off a few mechanics of the Shantoto fight. We got a tank buster here. We have is like walls climbing or like smushing down here, so you gotta like go into the hole here, like here and here get smushed if you're here. If you're there, get smushed, so you gotta be here. There's a big opening here to stay alive. We have ley lines. Yo, dog, I hope you like ley lines. So we put lines on your ley lines so you can ley line while you ley line. And then they showed off individual shots of the gear, but they already showed this picture and it's just the same gear. So here's just another shot of the gear because it was all just on Yoshi P's Lalafell. So if you want to see what all these outfits look like on a Lalafell, you can go look at the original video, but here's the sets on all the different types of on the races, except for Rothgar Vieira. Well, except for, are you Vieira? You look very Vieira with no ears. Okay, so next up is new Crystalline Conflict Arena, Archaea Harmonies. So here we have, so there's two main mechanics that are going to be a part of this map is the Healing Glyph. A Healing Glyph will be situated to the front of each team's starting point. While standing on the team's glyph, players will sustain 50% less damage and recover HP over time. And then we have the Aetherometer, a new kind of checkpoint located halfway between the counterpoint and each team's checkpoint. A tactical crystal will come to a stop upon reaching the Aetherometer. If the advancing team remains within the crystal ring, the Aetherometer will begin to charge, and the Ether Index reaches 100. A tactical crystal will once again be moved. So yeah, you gotta go here, stop, charge this up. A new set of stairs will open. Actually, wait. The set of stairs will open, and then you can go to the 50% point and charge that up. Okay, and then the Ether Index will revert to 0 if all members of the advancing team leave the crystal's ring, or if a member of the opposing team enters the crystal ring. So, if anybody enters, it goes to 0. So, if you've been playing the new Warcard Frontlines map, where if somebody stops or somebody goes into the pads, there it stops the charge up if you are charging up one of the pads. Here, this just drains to 0. It charges in about like 5 seconds or so it shouldn't take too long to charge this up, but you do need to have only your team. And they only showed it with one person. I don't believe having more people on this make it charge up like the 50% ones. So, once the Aetherometer is fully charged, Ethereal Bridge and Jump Glyphs will appear, which you see right here. Stepping on a Jump Glyph allows player to travel swiftly to a specific location. A glyph will appear at the base of each of the team, which manifests it. Once active, it will remain active for the remainder of the match. And they showed Yoshi P fighting with another employee, but showing how the glyph works in action. They had the person go in and, block charging the glyph up. And then, of course, Yoshi P won because, do you want to get fired on a live stream? You let the boss win, because that's what you have to do. We have other updates. So, normally, part 2s don't have anything new, but this one they do have some small updates that they didn't talk about in part 1. And it is improvements to the sightseeing log. The log message displayed upon reaching a vista will now display the emote required to complete it. If a vista has a specific time or weather condition, the log message will now indicate when those conditions have not been met. Wait. So, mainly, the only ones is A Realm Reborn has very specific, like, you need to be at this spot at, 4 o'clock in the afternoon when it's raining and, do the throw emote to be able to unlock the sightseeing log, where everything else is just go to the glowy spot at any time of the day and click /lookout, with some of them being like /pray and a handful of them being at night specifically. Every other one's is like pretty much normal time, so this really just consists for the Realm Reborn hunt or sightseeing logs. But anything to make them a bit easier is always welcome. Glam outfit updates. Here from Dungeons added from 3.0 onwards will be eligible to store as outfit glamour. Individual pieces of gear will be able to be removed from outfit glamours. So here you can just pick individual pieces. Here you can just obviously you can toggle them off and just take which ones you want out if you want to take them out of the glamour dresser. More convenient crafting. While on standby with the crafting log open, players will now be able to perform the following actions: change class and job, consume food and potions, move items in their inventory, join or leave a party, operate link shells. So good. This has always been kind of an annoyance. So hopefully that means while you're crafting, when you're in the little crafting standby mode. I hope that's what it means. It's always annoying that you gotta shut it down. You gotta close the window just to do anything else. Companion Chocobo update. Added new animations corresponding to Chocobo rank. The Chocobos will now react to emotes pet and poke. So you can pet the good bird. Because they're good boys. They're all good boys. You can see them being very happy to pet the Chocobo. What new animations corresponding to companion rank? I have no idea what this means because they weren't very specific on what that means. Or if you're able to see other, the older animations, if you're already, max rank, so. We have new color schemes for log windows. You have clear pink or clear gray. So if you're an emo boy, you have clear gray, or if you are a Barbie girl, you have clear pink. Next, we have Beastmaster. So, with their icon being a little sword and axe, which is actually pretty cool that they incorporated both of them like that. So again, they do go over some of the stuff they talked about before. And that is, they have a one-handed axe with a shield. Your role is melee DPS. They start at level 1 and have a level cap of 50. Job quest available on release. Unlock conditions. Disciple of War and Magic of level 50 or above. Complete the main story quest for Realm Reborn, though you do need Dawn Trail registered to the account. So, they do have the same slides that they showed off before. And you can have Capture Beast. Weaken Beast in the wild before attempting to capture them. All beasts can be captured through solo play. Your tactics in battle will change depending on the beast by your side. And we have the Crucible of Unbound. The dedicated single-player experience. They just went over the same things that they did in the part 1 live letter, So they talk about how capturing beasts. We have the gauge, weaken, catch, and success. So you have gauge. Use gauge to see if the beast can be captured. So because there's all different enemies, you can just use this skill and it's like, you can capture this monster. And then like Pokemon, reduce the beast HP to have a better chance of capturing it. And then use the catch command. Once you use catch, go ahead and knock the beast out. So it looks like they used catch, then they had to knock it out afterwards. Whether it actually gets captured, I don't know if it's like 100% chance. So it says if you're successful, the beast will be recorded in your mastery's beastery, or your master's beastery. And they show here they're fighting a beast. It's at like 1% health, so they probably, you know, it's 1.7. So this might actually be like trying. So, and then they use the skill, they use the little gate skill, and then the beast captured, and you can capture the beast. So here they showed some of the beast page, which I already showed of the beastery. They have the Gubu, the Corel, the Chimera, and the Behemoth. And here they showed the first page. Oh, they showed this stone doggo thing that looks like the one bakery dog from Pokemon. I don't remember the name of it, but yeah, it looks like that. So we have fight along your beast. They show this. Select a beast to call upon. Use the master's beastery to reveal your captured beast. Select a beast from the master's beastery and assign them to a battle horn. Up to 3 beasts can be assigned at once. You may call upon one beast at a time. During the battle, you can swap between the 3 beasts you have assigned to battle horns. So they show here, which you have these 3 battle horns. So you have like your normal skills, and kind of like how you like summoners have like the Ifrit, Garuda, and Titan. You can kind of just like summon each of the 3 beasts, so this will just be whichever ones you set them to. So I think, does it show? Here, this page, yeah. This page shows that you go to it, I'm guessing you right click it, and you pick, you want it on 1, 2, or Battlehorn 3. So, showing here, we have the little stone dog, like, doggo thing, which is a new thing for Beastmaster, so this is not an enemy you find in A Realm Reborn, which is a weird choice to give us something new. You'd think we start with the Toto, like that would be number 1, but we get a new thing. And then we have the Corel, which you can summon these things in town, so unlike your Chocobo, you can, they're not shy around people, so. And then again, they show him equipping each of the beasts to each horn. There's a more closer shot of the stone dog. So you have beast actions. Perform a powerful attack with the finisher. Perform a powerful attack with a large area of effect and leave the field. So you would, since you summon each of the beasts, or more like attacks, they're not like out there like you would old summoner, how you would just like summon out the pet and it just stays there and attack enemies. This is more like they're summoned out for like attacks. So they would do this attack and then just be summoned out. You have trick, instinctual skill detailed later. We have tempered release. Perform an action unique to each beast. I'm gonna re-say that. Perform a unique action to each beast. And at nature's gift, the Beastmaster draws the power from the beast, or draws the powers from the beast to perform an action themselves. So you have all these different skills. So wait, what that skill? Tempered release, like everything has tempered release, and then you can have their own skills, and then they have different skills that you can draw from. Okay, unleash instinctual skills. When the gauge for Beastmaster and Beast both reach 100 or more, They can be consumed in their entity, or entirely, to allow the Beastmaster and Beast to perform instinctual skills simultaneously. So it looks like you have Beastmaster's gauge is filling up, and the Beast gauge here is also filling up. So once you have 100, you can use special attacks. Yeah, oh yeah, here it is. The Beastmaster's gauge and the Beast gauge. That was pretty easy to tell. Trigger instinctual combos. When Beastmaster and Beast continue to use their instinctual skills in succession, an even more powerful instinctual combo will be unleashed. So, because you can summon out 3 different beasts in like rapid succession through the summoning horns, you can use like, kind of like use a fire type and then immediately call out a grass type and then immediately summon out a water type, and like each time you do that, you'll build up a combo and you can do extra damage. So instinctual combos, which they show in this page here. So pay attention to the affinity of instinctual skills and perform them in a set order to increase the damage dealt by resulting instinctual combo. So it looks like this earth attack combos with this red attack, this, I'm guessing the Corel. And then assuming these like go, remove me here. So assuming that you can like, this combos with this one combos here, the feather combos with the crosshair. Or it looks, oh no, it's looking like it's going to combo in a circle like this. So use the earth attack, that combos with the feather attack, and then that combos with the face attack, and that combos with the crosshair attack. And then as you use them, looking like you get like a powered up version to do more damage. And then they showed off the class gear. Because the Crucible is going to be more of a roguelike of a mode, they said you can power up the gear. So how that gets powered up is unknown, because also noting that the weapon, that the Blue Mage weapon, doesn't have any stats for it. And this is an axe, so I mean, it's probably going to have some kind of stats, and since you actually attack with the axe, it's probably going to have something. And they showed off some of the battles. They went to Amdapor Keep. Though, one thing to notice that with the Beast here, the Beast do not have a health bar, so they just get summoned out for an attack. And they're just doing attacks, doing other attacks, which I think there's a Corel in here somewhere. And we showed outside of the battle, we have the Behemoth. They're working on striking dummies, so they got, they were just doing attacks with the Behemoth, Corel, and just doing other attacks. And we have the FanFest. So that was really it for Beastmasters. So you can get Beast, you can do combos with Beast. So it's pretty much going to work. Let me back up here. It's pretty much going to work more like you summon them like big attacks, and then they kind of be summoned out. So they're not gonna like be staying out there like old Summoner if you played during then. So it looks like they might be out for temporarily. Not sure how long they'll actually stay out for. And also, they're not tanking abilities. Since they don't have health, you're going to be taking all that damage. So, enjoy. Okay, so we have, I'm going to remove myself again. We have the Final Fantasy FanFest dates they went over. So we have April 24th to 25th for the US or NA FanFest. The EU FanFest will be July 25th and 26th. And the JP FanFest from October 31st to November 1st. And they showed off some of the relic weapons. They've started doing this because people have been just data mining all the models, and they're just like, fuck it. Y'all are just data mining the shit anyways, so here's what they look like. They did show off other ones, but here's the thing. I'm only showing this one because maybe you don't want to be spoiled. Maybe you're not data mining and don't want to see them. So they showed off the Dragoon and the Black Mage one, and they like turned it to nighttime to like get a better like view of the glow. But I'm just not gonna show them. So if you don't want to be spoiled, you can at least please look forward to it. Let me click here. So next they showed off some mounts. So they showed off mounts, but they did not show off any minions. So that is something to look forward to. So we have a big fist attack from the Omega Raid. So I'm going to try to guess where you can find some of these mounts. And I think this might be an achievement award one. Of just go to the guy in New Gridania and just get like achievement certificates. Because we did have the like Garlean grab hand come from there. And this doesn't really fit anywhere. This could be from the dungeon. Like possibly. So he had the fist, it can fly. So okay, they did show off all the new mounts. And I'm gonna try to take a guess here. So we have this Axe Beak, I think they're called. I'm calling this is gonna be the Unreal one. So you probably get this from Unreal. We have Enuo wings, which you can definitely see from behind me. Here I'll just like, they showed off the wings right here. Then we have the what will be the grand get all the extreme mounts wings. They show off that in a bit. I'll show you that. I'll show you that in just a second. We have a big Leaf Man mount. They did not show this off. What looks to be a pink scorpion mount. In a white Magitech Walker mount. And blue mech suit mount. And black bulldozer mount. I'm guessing all 4 of these are gonna be from Cosmic Exploration. They did have 2 mounts because they had 2 mounts from just buying with tickets, 1 mount from the roulettes, and then had a mount from the treasure hunt thing. They didn't go over if any new kind of content was gonna be for the new Cosmic Exploration area, but I would assume there's got to be something equivalent to that. And there's probably going to be a mount in there, since there was a mount in the first one, in the Oizos one. We have a bird mount, which they did show off the bird mount. This and the platypus one are going to most likely be from Occult Crescent. Since I did actually look up, because they show this page with the platypus, and it does make mention of, I did Google Translate on the picture, and it mentions him like dealing with the War of the Magic, which is what Occult Crescent is dealing with, or at least something of that nature, since it has all the old like civilizations. Whether this is who the Tonberry is that we've been dealing with, if he's like actually secretly a platypus this whole time, is a potential. So, and we have black motorcycle. I'm guessing Hildebrand. I'm guessing we get a reward from the final Hildebrand quest. They might actually add more motorcycles to the motorcycle shop, which is like a weird novel concept. How they didn't do that the rest of this expansion, I have no idea. But we have the Enuo mount they showed off. We have the bird. We have the platypus mount. You ride on him. He's got a little backpack. You ride on the back of that. They have biblically accurate Warrior of Light. This is the get all the other wings from the extremes. So it has 2 wings when you're on ground, but while you're flying, you do get all 6. And then here's from the behind. Here's the motorcycle mount. And next they show off some gear. This is mostly going to be from a Gold Crescent. This is the Bart's gear. Wait, this is more Bart's gear? I don't know who this is. But this is most likely a Gold Crescent. This is Cosmic Exploration, most likely. Yeah, you got really white tools on the suit, so possibly. Wait, wasn't there? Both of these might be a Cosmic Exploration. You might be PvP, and I'm aware this is this might be a Gold Crescent. It just has that styling. So, and also, I don't know about this Alrod. She just said she's there to slay, though. But again, we have FanFest. When the FanFests are at. Okay, one more time. NA FanFest, April 24th to 25th. EU FanFest, July 25th to 26th. JP FanFest, October 31st, November 1st. And there we go. And that is actually the end of any new content. And now we're pretty much doing any of the collaboration stuff. Here we have, again, going over it one more time, the NA FanFest and Anaheim Convention Center, April 24th to 25th. Here's the key art that they're using for the Fan Festival. I don't know why I pronounced that with a B. Here's the key art for all of the FanFest. So we have the NA one with yellow and green and blue. We have the EU one with orange, yellow, and blue, and then the JP one for light blue, purple, pink. And that's it for that. So we have FanFest commemorative items now available on the online store. We have the Harley Daytona bike. We have these outfits here. Themed around. Is that the? No, that's not. I thought it was Barrett's like navy suit. But we have these outfits. We got the taco shirts, which they're charging way too much. We got the Red 13 mount, or Red 13 minion, and Pulse albums, and the Primals albums for orchestrion rolls. And then we have FanFest commemorative group pose frames and stickers. So from now until the Tokyo Fanfest, you'll have extra little banners you can put on screenshots. Some frames, you can have these little banners here. This little banner, you can have a little screenshot like that. So these are added today and will be removed. It'll be available till the end of Fan Festival in Tokyo. So these are not permanent. So enjoy your picture making until then. North American Fan Festival streaming details. Stage events on both days, and excluding concerts, will be streamed for free. Tune into the keynote for major announcements. Starting at Friday, April 24th at 10 a.m. Pacific Standard Time, 17 o'clock at GMT, and 3 o'clock in the morning for AEST. I don't know what these actually stand for. I'm guessing Japan time? I guess? I'm not actually sure. I'm pretty sure this is a Europe time. So, Okay, either way. Japan Fan Festival ticket lottery is now open, so anybody who wants to join for the Fan Festival for Japan, you can get your ticket registration lottery for Japan Fan Festival. October 31st and November 1st will begin shortly after broadcast. Deadline Sunday, May 10th. Check out the upcoming Lodestone announcement and Japanese Fan Festival special site for details. Okay, I'm bringing myself back here. You have the Primal Download 23 Festival. Get ready to rock out with the Primals as they head to the United Kingdom for the legendary Download Festival this June. We get some Primal merch. Event dates June 10th and June 14th. Oh, damn, I didn't realize it was a whole ass festival. Okay, the Primals will be performing on Friday, June 12th. A festival exclusive Primals t-shirt will be available. Also stop by the Final Fantasy XIV booth. Details to be released on a later date. So we have the Game Music Jam Level 1. It will be Saturday, July 18th to Monday, July 20th. Let me remove myself again. It will be at the Lala Arena in Tokyo Bay. We'll have music from Final Fantasy XIV, the Primal guest Yoshino Nanjo, Nier Automata music, and Undertale. More titles to be announced, though they'll probably not be announced by Square Enix unless there's more Square Enix music. But the fact that they're putting Undertale in here is expect all sorts of kind of music, I would assume. Further details to be revealed on a later date. So, we have a little plastic aetheryte. So this is a whole trailer, but I'm just doing some screenshots here. And we have this abomination. The Jollibee mascot for Jollibee Chicken. And NA is finally getting our chicken drumstick emotes from the Jollibee Chicken. So Jollibee Final Fantasy XIV collab. Limited time meals, merch, and more. Joyful adventure awaits April 21st to May 31st. So they're gonna have a big like meal. It looks like you get some stickers. You get a bucket. Whether you can buy these plushies or not. Oh my god, I didn't see that. Level up with the critically acclaimed Jollibee and Final Fantasy XIV scan here to learn more. So if you want to see more stuff for the collaboration, you can scan that QR now. Final Fantasy XIV and Jollibee are teaming up to release Final Fantasy XIV themed meal sets and apparel in the US and Canada. Starting Tuesday, April 21st, earn the Eat Chicken emote by participating in eligible meals or ordering collab merchandise from complex.com. Okay, I missed it. Wait, so they earn the by participating in eligible meals. So you can buy this. You can buy the shirts. Because there's only because I looked into this, there's like 87 Jollibees in existence. So this isn't a huge chain. So looks like if you buy the shirts or any of the stuff, you could probably get the emote from there. So if you don't live anywhere near the Jollibees, you could probably get the chicken emote from there. Check the Lodestone after the broadcast for more details. Okay. So, it looks like we got a chicken sandwich with some cheese. Actually looks pretty good. It's a chicken place with fries. It is a peach and mango pie. That actually sounds pretty good. And let me remove myself. We got chicken. We got a Moogle serving some chicken. We got Chocobo, Jollibee guy on some Moogles. Blueberry something or other. You know what? You gotta get your gravy. You get a big old bucket of gravy. looks like some good chicken. You know, I'm kind of glad that they don't have the KFC collab, which is weird that they don't have KFC because the KFC near me closed down. And, like, the nearest KFC is actually really far away. But then again, the nearest Jollibee's is, like, 2 hours away from me, so yay. So, we have the Jollibee on a Chocobo. Jollibee on a Chocobo with a long sleeve shirt. We have Jollibee Chocobos, or Jollibee Moogles with Jollibee employees. So, we got some. I know it's kind of small. Oh, wait, I can just zoom in. And we got them. With a bucket of chicken. He's got a little pie. He's got chips or fries. He's got a drumstick. And, you know, there's that. Oh, and this one's got a drumstick. So there's that. So we got boxes. You do not get the plushies with the boxes, but they showed off the packaging. Oh, they showed. No chocobos were harmed in the making of this meal, so you do not worry. These are not official chocobos. You do have to worry about that. Or you don't have to worry about that. They show off the sweater and the shirt here. Or I guess they're both sweaters. Sweaters. Then you have hear, feel, think, Jollibee. So if you want that, that's available. And then we have this awesome screenshot here. This is for, wait, what? Oh, did I like number these pictures wrong? Oh, yay. Here, feel, think, Jollibee on the packaging. Whoops. Okay, so I numbered these pictures wrong. So we're going to this. Yeah, this cool, awesome screenshot. And that is for the Final Fantasy XIV themed XR attractions in Taifunum, Shinjuku, and Odaiba. Experience Final Fantasy XIV Chocobo Race VR at the XR theme park. Taifunum? A demo version will be available to try at the Japanese Fan Festival. Oh, that's cool. So they have that if you don't want to go to this area. Adventure Chronicles exhibition tickets are now available. Tickets are now available while supplies last. Visit the special site for a preview, the expedition, and merchandise information. So, yeah, it looks like it's just going to be like an art gallery for Final Fantasy XIV, so that's cool. The Twitch campaign. Watch our streams during the North American, European, and Japanese Fan Festival on Twitch to earn chat badges. Visit the Lowstone for details. Oh, yeah, let me... Whether this is all the emails you get, but you get Fat Cat, Moogle, Chocobo, main story quest, unlock quest, and quest completion. If there's more, they're not showing any, but 6 seems okay. They are still looking for more employees. Start building join us to build Final Fantasy XIV together. Okay, scenario designer for Japan. German translator and localization for this one, and marketing planner for MMORPG Japan. Recent important announcement as of April 17th. Okay, regarding a quest eligibility for limited jobs after patch 7.5, and regarding changes to hero rating Japan. So you can't do normal quest with limited jobs. Apparent either Beast Mage breaks something or Blue Mage breaks something, that they just are limiting the limited jobs even more. Or I think you were able to do like the main scenario quest with limited jobs. They're like, no. Let's not do that. So you can only do your main quest, because I think before you just had to be any Disciple of War to be able to do like main scenario quest, and that would include Blue Mage, which in turn would also be Beastmaster. So there's that. So you just can't do those kind of quests with limited jobs. Regarding changes to Kiro, it's going to be a maturity game now because of stuff you can do in G-Pose. And they're like, no, we're not changing G-Pose. We'll just take the rating hike. Kiro's been, like, really, like, stingy in the last, like, handful of years. Though, it's been a while, like, I remember Dragon Quest VIII. Like, there was a cutscene where, like, a character gets stabbed in the hand and has some blood. And, it was totally fine. They had to, like, edit it out for, like, a 3DS remake. So, or else it'd get, like, a much higher rating. I gotta take a sip of my drink here. Been talking so long. And next we have... Oh, that's it. And that is the end of all the stuff they covered for the live letter part 2. So, there is a trailer, which I did not go over. I'll let you watch this. This is available in all the languages, so there is that. Go find that on the YouTubes or the special site, which, if there is anything new on the special site until then, I'll probably make a video, but most of the stuff they have, like most of the main meat and potatoes, has been announced, though they did reveal what the ultimate theme is in the trailer, or what most likely is going to be the ultimate theme. It's pretty obvious. Like, it's gotta be the ultimate. But there is that. So, if you enjoyed this video, please do feel free to like, comment, subscribe, all that fun YouTube stuff. I've been Tsukuba Winters. I hope to see you all again on the next video. Until then, bye!